Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you haven't come to my channel before, I'm Tiffany and this is my tattoos and piercings video. So I've seen heaps of YouTubers making these videos, so I thought I would talk to you guys all about my tattoos and my piercings. Now this is going to be a bit of a longer video this time, so you guys might want to get comfortable. I'm going to start with my tattoos, as some of my tattoos are in sort of difficult places. Sorry, itchy eyebrow. So because some of my tattoos are in sort of awkward places that I won't be able to show you on camera, I'm just going to try and put some like pictures sort of somewhere in the video so that you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start with my tattoos, as I'm going to talk to you about what I've got, when I got them, where, the pain, and why I've got them. I only have 4 tattoos, and I'll start with the ones that are the oldest ones to the newest ones. My first tattoo that I got is 2 birds with the word believe. No, photo somewhere. It's on my left forearm, and I got this tattoo on the 2nd of September in 2015, actually 18 days before my 17th birthday. So yes, I was only 16 when I got my first tattoo done. The pain, if I was rating it out of 10, the pain would be a 2 or a 3. I'd say a 2 because it wasn't very painful at all, but I'd say probably about a 3 as I got closer to the edge of my arm, because it's very tender there, it's a bit more painful. So the reason I got this tattoo is because at that point in my life I was very, very depressed for some reason. Well, I wasn't doing too well in school. I was having issues with self-image. I wasn't doing very well when it comes to bullying. Like, I couldn't handle it whatsoever very well. And that shaped a lot of my life. I actually got bullied from when I was little, so this tattoo had a big sort of impact on me. At the time, I felt like I also lost all my friends, and it just didn't really help with the situation at all. And it was just, yeah, a very low point in my life, and my parents gave me permission, gave me permission to get my first tattoo. And this was like a big thing for my parents to let me do, as they'd always said that we weren't allowed to get tattoos till we were 18, and we weren't allowed to have them unless they had a significant meaning. And it was such a big thing for them to let me do it. I'm so grateful. So I got it to remind myself to always believe in myself, that I could always do anything that I set my mind to, could be who I wanted to be, and to believe that I didn't need others to be happy, and I can be happy all on my own. Also, sorry if I keep looking down, I can't have like all my notes written down on a piece of paper. So the second tattoo that I got, I have a purple feather with black silhouette birds, with also a quote that says, "Birds of a feather set me free." Now I have this tattoo on my right ankle, but further towards the back of my ankle. So I got this tattoo on the 18th of November 2015, not long after I got my first tattoo. I was 17 when I got my second one done though. This was my first colour tattoo as well. So the pain, I would give the pain of this tattoo about a 6 for the outlining because of the position that it was in, but probably a 5 for the colouring. It was a longer time. I did sit for about 2.5 hours for this tattoo for some reason. The apprentice that was doing my ankle took a very long time to do it. It's not as good as it could be, unfortunately. I need to go get it touched up again because it is very dull, the purple colouring. And okay, so the reason I got this tattoo was because it's just, at that time I had just gotten my just about to get my P plates, and if you don't know that, that's like the beginning, like second stage of having like your license. So I had my was getting my red P plates, and it was just kind of there to symbolise the meaning of me finally getting my own freedom. Sort of just to remind me that, yeah, I was finally being able to do what I would like to do, and I could go do what I wanted to do. Gave me the real drive to want to continue my L's, and which are learner plates. And yeah, so it was just a reminder for me about being set free, not being under my parents' control anymore, and just kind of moving on, being a bit older and having a lot more responsibility. So that's all that one was. So my third tattoo that I got, it's an anchor. It has a red love heart in it. It also has the infinity symbol made out of the rope. Also with this tattoo, it has EHFAR underneath the anchor itself. These letters stand for everything happens for a reason. This tattoo is on the back of my neck, and I actually got my head shaved for that bit. Yeah, for that tattoo I ended up getting an undercut done so my hair wasn't in the way when I got this tattoo. Actually made it a lot easier to take care of the tattoo without having all of my hair there. I've also just recently gotten my hair redone. I'll actually just quickly show that, so I'm just going to spin around. So I've just got that undercut done now because I got it redone since when I had it done for my neck tattoo, since it has been a couple months since I got that done. So I got this tattoo done the same time I got my next tattoo that I'm going to show you done. I got it on the 27th of April this year, which is 2016. So only a couple months, yeah, a couple months since I got it done. For the pain for this tattoo, it definitely doesn't hurt as much as people say it does. A lot of people will be like, oh no, it's one of the worst tattoos that you can get, and it's definitely not. I only rate this one about a 3 or a 4 because it's only a little bit more painful than getting your forearm done. Because I have my inner forearm tattoo from the very beginning tattoo. So I've also got yeah, the red colouring in that one. Other than that, it's just a black tattoo. So that's the second least painful I've had so far. So there is really no meaning to this tattoo at all. I just got this tattoo to remind me that everything does happen for a reason. There's nothing we can really do about it, unfortunately, but things happen. There are things that we can change and help through, but a lot of things will happen and there's nothing we can do about it, but that's how it shapes us as a person. So that's only really the reason why I got that tattoo. That, in fact, I really like anchors. So, yeah. Anyways, on to my fourth and final tattoo that I have. So my last tattoo is my mum's handwriting, and it does say "You're loved always" with a love heart that she's also drawn herself. The love heart I did get coloured in red as well. This tattoo is on my left ankle and it's just above the bone, like the round bone part of your ankle. This tattoo I got the same day as the last tattoo, as I was saying before. This tattoo hurt the most out of all of my tattoos. I do not know why, but it hurt so bad that I'm going to be stupid and I will get a tattoo slightly above that one. Probably won't hurt as much, but for that tattoo I'm definitely going to give that a 7 or an 8 out of 10. That was painful. I couldn't even imagine the people that get rib tattoos or finger tattoos. Just nah. Or feet tattoos. That's just, oh, that would hurt so bad. I'm never getting that done. I say never, but I probably will. Anyway, so the reason I got this tattoo is I got it to remind myself that I'm loved. I know that sounds kind of weird, but a lot of the time lately I felt very unloved and I felt very lonely and just a bit down in myself. So I thought I needed a bit of a pick-me-up, and so I got my mum to write on a piece of paper for me the thing that if she wasn't here today, what would she say to me, even like if it was her last words to me. And she wrote down that "You're loved always," and it was so special that I literally a few days later went to the tattoo shop and said, "Can I get this on my ankle when I get my neck done?" And the person in there was lovely. He was like, yeah, no problem, won't cost you much more. I was like, great, let's do it. So this tattoo is really a meaning so that when my mum goes, and life is too short, you can never say that your mum's never going to die or something like that, because it's going to happen one day and you're going to lose your parents, or you already have. I'm sorry if you have. I don't mean to hurt anybody, but this is just there so that when my mum does go, I'm going to have this bit of her on my body, that every time I get upset I can look down at my ankle and be like, just hear it in her voice in my head saying, "You're loved always, honey, it's all good." So it's going to be it's just something that me and my mum have that is a bit of an emotional attachment. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, my nose is itchy. And I have a bit of a sniffle, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. So, now we're going to jump into my piercings. I do not have many piercings at all at the moment. I do plan to get some more, but let's start with what I do have. I've only got piercings in my ears at the moment. I will also put in some photos as well, because my camera's not really doing the zooming in at the moment. I don't know why, it just won't do it for me. So we'll start with just some photos. I'll either put them here or just take up the whole screen. So for my first, I only have my very first holes done. So that's just the ones that you normally get when you're little and your parents take you in because they want to get your ears done. I got these when I was 7 or 8 and I thought this was the worst pain that I was ever going to encounter in my life. Even though it's not, of course, but I thought it was. It was just, nah. So they did my ears one at a time. I got them done with a tattoo gun from the local chemist or drugstore or whatever you want to call it. Just when you go to the pharmacy and they just did them with the gun, but they did them one at a time. I was only little and they did one ear and it hurt that bad. I ran out screaming, crying, screaming. I ran all the way out of the shop down into the shopping centre and my mum had to come after me. My mum bought me an ice cream just so that I would go back and get my second hole done because I couldn't walk around with just one hole. For some reason, she wouldn't let me do that. Anyway, they did take a very long time to heal because they did end up getting a bit infected as well. So now I just wear plain gold hoops or sleepers, whatever you want to call them now, so they're easier to clean and keep clean and don't get stuck and stuff. So my second piercing, I have my second holes done as well. I got these 3 years ago when I was 15. These holes weren't as painful as my first, but they were also done with a piercing gun. I got these ones done at a professional piercing place and they did them really quickly. I sat down, they put the dots on, showed me them. I didn't realise in the mirror that they were so close to my first holes. So now if I ever want to stretch my first holes, I won't be able to go very big at all, or I just won't be able to do it because of the fact of how close my second ones are, which is very depressing because I can hardly wear any other jewellery in my ears because they're just too close and the backs hit and don't close properly. Anyway, so my last piercing that I have, well, I count it more as 2 piercings. It's my industrial or scaffold piercing. Or it can be called 2 helix piercings if you wear 2 pieces of jewellery in them. This piercing is still in the healing process at the moment. I only got it on the 25th of May, which was last month, near the end of the month. So not that long ago at all. So this one only hurt for a few seconds when I got it done. I got it done with a piercing needle at a tattoo shop in our local town, just because I'm in a smaller town, and then it's further up. So far it hasn't rejected, and I honestly hope it doesn't. But I do plan on getting more piercings, such as my 3rd holes, my midway helix on both ears, both my traguses, and I am thinking of getting my navel or belly button piercing done. Well, everyone, thank you for sticking around and listening to me ramble on about myself like normal. Sorry it took so long for me to get a video up this time. Well, until next time that I decide to speak to a camera by myself, stay amazing. Goodbye.